EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. A good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 65 yards. And the Colts will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Grupe able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here we go.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now third down and 7. Throwing now is Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, Rivers. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Rivers to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And that one results in 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Let's go.
On play action, Rivers. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They go play action. Rivers under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, when you stop at the running back, you just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play action now. Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go.
Now Rivers. Touchdown! Tyler Warren. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Over. 18. What's that?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
For the Texans.
Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in the first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Grupe for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they give the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Motion man left is Kirk. Stroud going to get the marks. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. 18.
And Stroud now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Still second
Yeah,
down.
I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here's Rivers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sheldon Rankins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Neville Gallimore. That is is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm awfully glad about offensive guard. Could you imagine trying to stop the Canadian bulldozer Neville Gallimore? When he utilizes leverage in his hands and gets upfield like that, the quarterback's in a whole lot of trouble, as he was on that play.
Only quick, right?
Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen, Marks. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Escapes the defender. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here we go.
Play fake. Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go.
Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he hits it in for the Colts touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Here's Groupie for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Here we go, let's go.
Now Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Groupie for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
118.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Open man is Higgins. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The throwing again is Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Here's 3rd and 7.
13, Christian Kirk.
Stroud out of the gun here. They'll let this go deep for Collins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
And the Texans.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that will going to be off target and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Tony.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
14. First down, Houston.
All right. 18. What's that?
Back to throw. Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front.
Neville Gallimore getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 7. Powering his way forward. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Down the field, he's got Warren. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. On play action, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 31 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
From out of the gun, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitz.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
A gain of 50 yards. First down, Texans.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
118. What's that?
Looking to throw. Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here we go.
After the sack on 1st down, Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Neville Gallimore. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Open man is Kirk, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped him well short.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Over. Roy. Ready.
They run once more with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down and 6 now.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing Rivers. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now here Rigoberto Sanchez. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Oh, hey. 118.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And the Texans first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
118.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold them to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving them the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Swap. Another swap. Hey.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On a slant, here's Collins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
All right.
Marks will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
Texans 10.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Rivers here to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Coca 19.
To throw, Rivers. They're going right back to Pittman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. For the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
On the quick, right?
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.